You know who stood by you your whole life, right? Unspoken. A couple of names come to mind. Not many. Who stood by you your whole entire life? Who could you... I love that question. Could you call at 2 o'clock in the morning who would actually get out of bed and come get you, as opposed to saying, don't you have the number of a tow truck? Hi, everybody. I'm Debbie Nigro. What's going on a back to work, back to school kind of... Is it back to school yet today? Is everybody back to school? They have the week off here. President's vacation. These kids get too much time off. They gotta go back to school. They hate school. Don't you love a vacation when you're a kid? Don't you love a vacation when you're an adult? Wow, wow, wow. All right, so a little vacation from the reality of the world. That's what I kind of give you every day here on the show. I stay relevant, topical, and try and stay away from agitation and political stuff. It's not what I do. Plenty of people doing it. I don't know what everybody's doing these days. I mean, it's just yelling. Not everything about yelling at each other, yelling. I feel sad for the world that we're also that we're all anxious. How's that? The word? Regardless, this is not political comment. This is about human nature. When there's stress in the world from a lot of places, and it gets bombarded at you every single day, you feel the stress, right? You just feel it. And I think people are just trying to find their balance in their own lives. So I try and bring you a little balance, a little escape, a little hope that everything's going to be okay today. I'm a dealer in hope. They don't get arrested, do they? Dealers in hope?
No.
Nobody's ever arrested a dealer in hope?
No.
That's good, because it's good. It's good. All right. You always hope that when you read about the richest of the rich, that somehow they like you a lot and give you some of their money. I don't know what it is. It's just human nature, as opposed to, having to earn it yourself. But to read with the Westchester ties among the New York Times richest of the rich caught my eye today. There are close to 2,500 billionaires in the world. Did you guys know that? 2,500 billionaires.
Wow.
Think about how much wealth.
How many of them are here?
Well, think about how much wealth in how few hands in the world, okay? 3 are in the Hudson Valley area of New York. 3 of 2,500. Top 10 among them have a combined net worth, you ready? $582 billion. Wow. Had that yesterday. Should have hung on to it. The report actually out was Who Are the Richest of the Rich, published in the New York Times. And I think a lot of people want to know how billionaires made their money, right? How did they make so much money? I mean, why is it that we weren't smart enough to make that much money? Why are they smarter than us that they made that much money? Anyway, the stats are from a thing called WealthX. It's the global authority on wealth intelligence. Oh, it's a busy job. And making it onto their list, the WealthX list, the top 10 billionaires is media mogul and former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg. He owns an estate in North Salem in Westchester County, right? And he's ranked number 9. Number 9. Imagine having all that and still being only number 9. Okay.
In the world or in the country?
Bobby, you're not following the line. You're not following the bouncing ball.
Well, it must be 9 in the world, because you said there's only 3 in this area. So.
There's 20, right. Okay.
So he must be number 9 in the world.
Okay. That's probably right. That's probably what I meant. It's probably what I want. I should listen to my own show. I go back and review it. Can we go to the videotape? You know how you're watching sports and they go to the videotape in case you miss what you saw? They should have that in talk radio.
Yeah,
did
right.
she say that?
You're right, because if they need it in sports, they certainly need it in talk radio.
The problem with talk radio is the talk person doesn't stop talking long enough for you to go back and see what the heck was just said. There's still stuff going on. All right, Bloomberg's current net worth, according to Forbes, $46.5 billion. And in 2015, Forbes said he was the richest person in New York, net worth of $33.7. So wow, in just 2 years, he went from $33.7 billion to $46.5 billion. Billions make billions.
That's true.
Exponential.
Yeah.
Compound interest. Oh my gosh, can you imagine waking up and going, what am I going to do today? I have $46 billion. How should I spend my day? How would you spend your day with $46 billion in the bank? Who knows? No money stress.
I would probably end up losing a lot of it if you left it to me.
Really? You could lose $46 billion?
Well, a lot of it.
You're bad.
I don't know whether I'd lose that much of it, but...
I don't even know what I would do with $46 billion.
But I have a suspicion he doesn't think that way.
I'd help everybody.
He already knows what he wanted to do that day.
Right.
10 days before.
Here's what I'd do if I had $46 billion. I would just sit in a chair like this and tell the whole world, write me a letter about why you need some money. And just come see me. And then I will decide, based on everybody's authenticity of why they need the money, I would just sit all day long and write checks.
Isn't that what Bill and Melinda Gates did?
Yeah.
Basically?
I love that idea. I would be so much fun just helping everybody and hearing all their stories. All right, what's your story? You know when you try and get money from somebody, it's always this like whole story, right? You need money, you need a loan, you need money for something. It's like you got a
I
whole story.
wouldn't want to sit there and listen to those stories.
I love the stories.
You love the stories?
Yeah,
Okay.
because most money people are like, cut to the chase. You need a loan, here's 50, here's the interest, take the interest, and get out of here and pay the thing. And I would be like, and what happened to your grandmother? Oh my gosh, you're kidding me. Anyway, let's see, who else is in this list of the billionaires? George Soros from Bedford, New York, is not in the top 10 richest, but he's mentioned in the article. He's a hedge fund manager and a philanthropist. And Peter Thiel, along with Soros, Peter Thiel is the PayPal co-founder and the Facebook director. They were held up by the Times as examples of how billionaires can use their wealth to influence policy and public life. Okay, let's see. Soros has given away at least $550 million to liberal causes over the past decade. So, you know, you heard he's funded certain things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. The Octogenarian, they call him Octogenarian Investor. Well, that's a nice title. An Octogenarian Investor. Instead of an old, you know what, old boy. Married Tamiko Bolton, a healthcare and education consultant, half his age, in 2013. The more money you have, the younger person you can marry. You know that? You know that formula? For every extra dollar that you are worth, you can go down that many levels of age where you'll be accepted.
Well, or the more money you have, the younger you look. Something like that.
Some guy said something funny. He says, I think he's in his like 70s, and he said he was dating some models, and I always look at these guys like, really? And he goes, yeah, I just stand on my wallet when I meet them. I go, really? I mean, guys, what's with guys? Anyway, okay.
What's with the girls that go for that? Come on.
I mean, what is with the girls who go for that and then try and run them around the track so they get really winded and like tip over fast?
Okay,
Those
there's
girls?
that, yeah.
Okay, and then let's see. Issues. Okay, Donald Trump is said to be the richest president ever to occupy the Oval Office. Did you know that? And he has an estate in Bedford, New York. Let's see, and the number of millionaires and billionaires, either in his administration, like Education Secretary Betsy DeVos, I didn't know she was that rich, or poised to join, like banker turned investor Wilbur Ross, who's awaiting the Senate confirmation.
Yeah, I want to know who the women are. Enough
Right.
of these guys. Tell me who the women are who
And
are
what-
rich,
and-
so I can go and see about dating them.
Stay tuned. Okay, let's see. Trump owns a $19.5 million estate known as Seven Springs in Bedford, New York. Did you know that?
No.
Okay, and he owns Trump National Golf Club, Hudson Valley in Stormville, and Trump National Westchester in Briarcliff Manor. Trump also is on Trump Tower in City Center in White Plains, New York, and Trump Plaza in New Rochelle, New York, Trump Park Residences in Yorktown, and the Donald J. Trump State Park on the Westchester-Putnam border. And in case anybody wants to know who WealthX is naming number one, Microsoft's Bill Gates.
Oh,
He beat out Warren Buffett, who's number two.
well, I'll be darned.
I know, wow. So this is an interesting article about, that just hit my eye today about what's happening in the world. One of the other things that caught my eye, you know, I haven't been a very good, dutiful news person this weekend. I'm really sorry. I spent a good portion of my day going through my own paperwork, never mind other people's newspapers, trying to get it together. I just don't want to have papers around me anymore. I have a paper problem. What's your problem?
That
You got a problem?
That I don't file any of it. That's my paper
No,
problem.
I am organized chaos because I'm visually stimulated, and I can't file anything away because then it's dead. It's like ate it up, doesn't exist. So I have like you see the studio, right? I got these papers, and I this is my paper. This is about things I mean to tell you. That's what this is about.
Well, I'm glad you opened it up then.
It's not like I don't do anything. I mean, look, I have all these stories to tell you about and to book people that people have been calling me and talking to me, and I just will keep going. You see all this stuff? What am I doing here? What am I doing? I have all these papers. We're in a digital world. Why do I have so many papers? So I'm trying. Not working out so good. Here are my favorite. I always say favorite things that I want to remind myself and remind you all. This is I think maybe one of my favorite things I've ever read. And it's about scientists showing how your thoughts can. My ring is caught on my cord. Excuse me about that. Excuse me. That's why you do radio. You don't have video on. Hi, scientists. I don't really care how I look, but how do I look?
You look great.
With the glasses, I can't see. Is it better without the glasses, Allie?
I like the glasses.
Like
Well, how are you going to read the story without
I
the
do.
glasses?
I'm going to guess what the story
Oh,
said.
for goodness
I'm going to
sake.
guess. That's Allie, by the way. Alexandria, I wish
Hi.
people would see how cute you are. Hey, can you turn the camera on yourself for a second?
Oh my.
Can you do that?
She did.
Oh,
She pushed the button.
Oh, everyone.
Allie, I met her, I picked her up in a random run-in to work for me. Tell her, yeah, my right-hand girl's a random run-in. Ran into her in her mother's store. She started talking, liked radio. Just came out of serious. I'm like, really? Are you serious? Not serious? You know how to do this stuff? She said, I always want to be in this business. I go, come on. I said bye-bye to her mother. I just took her kid. Bye-bye now. Scientists finally showed how your thoughts can cause specific molecular changes to your genes.
Ooh, I like
It's
this.
my favorite article of all time. Because if you think you can, you can. If you think you can't affect the outcome of a health situation, I think you're wrong. So this has been a powerful article in my life, and it's about evidence growing that training the mind or inducing certain modes of consciousness can have positive health effects, meaning that researchers have gone, they're trying to figure it out, right? To understand how these things physically affect your body, how your mind can affect your body. And there was a study done, not so new now, it's about 4 years ago, by researchers in Wisconsin, Spain, and France. I don't know how they all know each other. Reporting the first evidence of specific changes to the molecules in your body following a period of intensive mindfulness practice. I just thought that was crazy.
Wow.
I know, you actually can change your cells with your mind. Imagine if you could change your figure if you thought hard enough. I'd like to wake up tomorrow as Marilyn Monroe. Oh. And thought hard enough. What do you want to be if you could just change your whole self and wake up as somebody? If you can change all the molecules by just thinking hard, how you want to be and how you want your body to be, what are you going to wake up like tomorrow morning? What's your body going to look like?
Some Olympian, nobody in particular, but
Oh, I see you as Usain Bolt. Very nice.
okay.
Oh, I changed who I'm going
That's
to be.
very tall. I wasn't going to go quite that tall.
No, don't be cranky. Just be whoever you're supposed to be. I think I lied. I don't want to be Marilyn Monroe.
Oh.
She had too whispered a voice. I'm just very bored if I talk like this all the time. Imagine. I would like to be that volleyball player. You sparked me.
Yeah.
What's her name? Gabrielle Reese. That's it.
Oh.
That's who I want to be.
Yeah.
Tall.
That's in shape.
Athletic.
Yes.
Did you catch the female, it was like the Brazilian female volleyball championships that were on last week. I don't know, I was
No.
cleaning my house or something. And I just stopped cleaning. I just watched these girls playing volleyball in bikinis for a living on a beach in Florida.
Tough life.
I was like, this is so much fun. Why didn't I become a female volleyball player? I love the sun. I love the sand. I'm a good athlete.
Mm-hmm.
I play volleyball. I still live in Brazil. Anyway, this study about your mind and how it can change your cells. The article I saved. It's not like I didn't do any homework this week. Investigated the effects of one day of being totally mindful. They went with experienced people who meditate. You meditate or you don't meditate. Meditating is hard work. Sitting still is very hard work. Do you understand that? Most people have trouble sitting still and clearing their thoughts to be mindful. If we could all do it, it would be a lot simpler. But those who do it have figured out that it really does have a great effect on their lives. Anyway, these meditators, after 8 hours of mindfulness practice, the meditators showed a range of genetic and molecular differences than the non-meditators, including altered levels of gene-regulating machinery and reduced levels of inflammatory genes, correlated with faster physical recovery from a stressful situation. I just want to let you know. Maybe we'll just meditate the whole rest of the show.
How do you know we aren't already?
I can't stay quiet for another 2 seconds. All right, come on back. We got Donna Kozik. She's coming in from San Diego. She's my book coach extraordinaire. She's building an email list for her business and has a trick that may work for you. Come on back.